Hello out there. We are back from the Ultimate Guatemala Challenge and can feel myself getting sucked back into life. And I want to take a moment just to say a huge thank you to everyone who supported us and give you guys a little bit of an update because it's been a real journey. It really lived up to its name as far as being a really big challenge across many levels, definitely physically, also mentally and emotionally. So personally, I definitely met my match day one, the jungle trek. I just was not expecting the intense amounts of mud and like super sticky, thick mud that we were navigating. And pretty early on, I must have slipped and pulled something in my groin. I think it was like a little muscle, maybe like a hip flexor or maybe my psoas. But after about, by the afternoon, a few more hours in, all the kind of lifting of my leg up and out of the mud was just agony. And I kind of had to I got worried. I really didn't know what I was gonna do. So luckily we had two horses with us. This beautiful little horse that rescued me, which is quite an adventure as well because we were really behind schedule that first night. So we kept hiking into the night. So I was on this really sweet little horse going up this sort of muddy, stone, slippy pathway in the night. So kind of reaching that limit both physically but also psychologically, and then not sure what my options were to continue. Someone else of our epic group was also struggling, and the next day the two of us ended up going back the way we'd come through this swampland and had a huge adventure. Just incredible guides that were with us who rallied and attempted to revive this burnt out husk of an emergency 4x4 that I don't think had been driven for many a year. And so we had kind of a hilarious, wild few hours going probably no further than 5 kilometers in 2 hours and constantly kind of wrenching ourselves out of the mud. And before admitting defeat and going to a new plan back on the horses, the first 2 days of about a good 50-60 kilometers of intense jungle mud had pretty much wiped me out, and I really didn't see that I was going to be able to go up Acatenango, this very steep volcano. I really want to give a shout out to my fellow adventurers. It was a really sweet group of beings and some epic warriors. The howler monkey alarm. On the flight back from the jungles back down to the highlands of Guatemala, 3 of us got sort of spontaneous, intense food poisoning. We were all vomiting simultaneously in the tiny little plane back to Guatemala City, and without giving you guys too much details, we were all vomiting for many an hour. And Andy, you are my hero. He went ahead and got an IV the next day and proceeded to somehow get himself up Acatenango. I was out. My leg wasn't going to move anywhere, and even if I had, I was done energetically. A PowerPoint for me to really actually have no doubt when I finally realized that a big part of my body was giving me a strong no to bow out and not have any second doubts about it. So on a small way, even though I didn't kind of achieve the physical prowess of completing of these challenges, there's been some inner celebrations of learning when to say no and honoring the humbleness of being in a human form. We got back and managed to go and see ODIM's offices and how well they are supporting the mothers and people that they support with their health clinics. And I want to thank you guys, because in the last 2 weeks that we've been away, we've almost got to our fundraising challenge. When we started, we were just over $3,000, and today, as I'm making this video, we are almost at $5,500 fundraised, and this is gonna, so we're missing just over $500, and this money is gonna go to support a project called Mommy and Me, and it goes to 250 new mothers, many of them incredibly young first-time mothers, to ensure that their babies get all the nutrition and medical support and also emotional support to see them through those first 1,000 days of life. In a rural area of Guatemala where extreme poverty is rampant, and the services that they're providing are not only life-saving but of a really high caliber. Just getting a chance to see their offices really gave me additional confidence that we're raising money for an organization that is meeting core needs and doing so really well. So thanks for listening. If it's in your heart and you're able to donate $10 or more, it really will go to an incredible cause, and it'll go all to that cause. We've covered all of our costs for this trip. If you're able to donate, just go to my website, which is aramintabarber.com/support, and I'll put a link down below as well.